Now, what do god tier animes like Bleach, Naruto, and Dragon Ball Z have in common? The answer is they all have some sort of ultimate OP power upgrade, which, let's be real, makes anime so much fun to watch. I mean, you can't be an action anime protagonist without having some hidden talent, god tier ability for us to look forward to. For Bleach is Bankai, for Naruto Fox mode, Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan mode, and for Demon Slayer is the Demon Slayer mark. The Demon Slayer marks are birth marks that appear on the face or sometimes on the body of Demon Slayers that resemble the crest of demons. Each Demon Slayer possesses a unique pattern on their marks, which appear to be based on their breathing style. For example, the Wind Hashiras looks like a fan, the Mist Hashiras looks like clouds, and the Love Hashiras looks like hearts. You get the basic gist of it. Now, I only mention Hashiras because the Demon Slayer mark is something only the strongest Demon Slayers can unlock. This rare marking doesn't show up very often in the Demon Slayer series and lore, which makes it a bit of a mystery. And so only a select group of characters in this series have been shown to possess it, putting its unique properties on full display. The originator of the mark is Yoruichi Tsukugumi, the strongest Demon Slayer that ever lived, as well as the originator of the breathing styles. Yoruichi was born with the mark, and after joining the Demon Slayer Corps, he was able to spread the mark to all other swordsmen in the organization, enabling them to awaken their own marks as well after undergoing harsh training to meet specific conditions. There are two kinds of people who can unlock the Demon Slayer mark. The first kind are those who have a relation to sun breathing like Tanjiro and his father Sanjiro, hence they are born with the mark. The second kind of people are those who train and meet the criteria to unlock the mark. They have to survive extremely life-threatening conditions, specifically a heart rate of over 200 beats per minute and a body temperature of over 39 degrees Celsius, which is fatal in most cases. Demon Slayers who meet either of these requirements then gain a handful of incredibly powerful and useful abilities. In certain cases, Demon Slayers can also spread their marks to others, should they themselves be strong enough to receive it. The Hashiras are typically the only members of the Corps that can handle such a strain, and more than half of the current group of Hashiras managed to gain the mark during the final battle. They were able to unlock their own unique Demon Slayer marks, showing their resilience and providing the Corps with an incredible advantage in battle against Muzan and his forces. Breathing style users already possess incredible speed and strength, but the Demon Slayer mark greatly amplifies these powers while also giving them access to superior breathing techniques, and so they can make use of some incredibly effective ability. Now, it's implied that the bearer's physical arm strength is increased by around 100 times after the awakening of the mark, though it's not been confirmed. The mark also unlocks the use of the Red Nichiren Sword ability, which is a devastating technique that can slay even the strongest of the 12 Kizuki through harnessing the power of the sun. The most beneficial of this is the Transparent World ability, something even fewer slayers have been able to unlock. By utilizing this technique, users are able to predict their opponent's movements, giving them an edge in fights against particularly powerful demons. Additionally, those who can access the Transparent World can perceive the world in slow motion, further increasing their reaction and movement speed. This helps close the gap in speed and strength between them and deadly demons like Muzan and Kokushibo. Now, as with any powerful abilities, there is usually a steep price to pay. The Demon Slayer mark is no different. The incredible circumstances it takes to obtain the mark alongside the strain put on the body when using it apparently make it so that all its users don't live past the age of 25 when they do. The only exception to this was Yoruichi, who lived well into his 80s despite regularly making use of his abilities. In his case, it's possible that because he was born with it due to his natural proficiency in sun breathing, his body was not put under the same level of strain as those who had to put in more effort to bring theirs out. Yoruichi's brother Kokushibo managed to circumvent the cost by turning into a demon. So while the mark and his perks remained, the apparent cost of utilizing it was neutralized by his immortality. The cost's inconsistency can stem from the varying ways in which the mark is acquired. Those who are born with the mark seem to have a higher tolerance for the strain put on their bodies, while those who acquire it later in life are most likely to perish from the fatigue it brings on. Despite what the cost mark entails, it is possible to awaken the mark after a Demon Slayer is older than 25, which is evident in Gyomei awakening it at his age, along with gaining his benefits. Kokushibo surmised that due to this unique situation, Gyomei would die within a few hours of activating it, which came to pass after the final fight against Muzan, though it's possible that he died due to the injuries he sustained during the battle rather than the cause itself. Kokushibo states that awakening the mark merely reduces the lifespan of their bearers in exchange for greater power, while Gyomei describes it as paying one's lifespan in advance in exchange for a greater physique in a conversation with Muichiro. Now, as mentioned earlier, while the awakening of the Demon Slayer mark played a huge role in the battle against Kokushibo and Muzan, the Hashiras were still at a major disadvantage and indeed would have completely lost the battles if they didn't unlock the bright red Nichiren sword and the power it held within it. To know more about this power, watch this video explaining the Nichiren sword's true dormant abilities, as well as the origin of the sword and the detailed processes it takes to forge them. And in case you couldn't tell from my voice, I'm Bozo Martin, an African anime lover, hence the name The African Otaku. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe if you love anime like me, and who knows, you might just awaken a superpower of your own.